Passing by the alpacas. Good morning, everybody. Been a tough night, kind of a tough morning. It was very sad to hear yesterday about the passing of someone who was our neighbor here in the summer for many, many years, the Rebbe from Rebbe Chaim Mertz, don't really remember ever speaking to him, but I would always see him walking, see him in shul. Just seeing him was very impressive. There was something about him. He had a certain aura about him. My wife told me she was very good friends with his daughter, and she would talk often to his Rebbetzin, who was the sister of one of my friends, so one of my very good friends for many years, is his brother-in-law. So it's a big loss. He was a Choshev Yid. His father, Rebbe Chaim, of course, was a very big Makurev to the Rebbe's Schus Yigalenu, to Satmarov, to Heilige Satmarov, and I remember, Shalashudas there at Lapidus, he would say Hashem Melech. It was a big loss for the Klal Yisrael that we don't have him anymore. And I guess, what happened yesterday by the Levaya, things are being thrown out of proportion. People are saying there were 5,000 people at the Levaya. If it wasn't the coronavirus, it would have been 10,000 people. But maybe it was 200 people tops, mostly Bochrim, mostly teenagers, who were kind of hard to control anyway, And the fact of the matter was, this was all organized with the cooperation of NYPD. This was a setup, what the mayor did last night, because it was organized with the cooperation of NYPD. Streets were blocked off. Everything was done properly. And then all the signs, everything said maintain the 6 feet distance, wear masks. They handed out masks to people who needed them at Levaya. Maybe it was more than 200, because I heard they handed out a high number of masks. So, but it was spread out, and there was enough room for everybody because everyone was in the street and everybody was separated 6 feet, wearing masks, and they were following the law. And the mayor, it's not a big deal. He knew about it. This was nothing secret. It was arranged with NYPD to make sure everything was being done properly. And this was a setup. The police then came and chased everyone onto the sidewalks. On the sidewalks, there's not enough room, especially in Williamsburg. The sidewalks aren't very big. It's not like in Manhattan, where you have these big sidewalks. The sidewalks in Williamsburg are pretty small, and so then that's when they came and took all the pictures. Look, they're not socially distanced. Well, they can't socially distance if the police chase them onto the sidewalks. So that's what happened yesterday, and I don't know how long. How long is the Levaya? 20 minutes, and they still, they make it a big deal, like, there were 5,000 people, and all the people complaining and kvetching. It's a big embarrassment to the mayor, and then his tweet, my message to the Jewish community. Can you imagine if President Trump said, my message to the Muslim community, follow the laws and this and that, and to all communities? The CNN wouldn't shut up about it. But because de Blasio is a communist, a Democrat, it's not really that much of a difference, he can get away with this stuff. It's really sickening. So anyway, that's what happened yesterday. Not really dressed for the occasion. I feel a little embarrassed. I'm not dressed to be masbid Rebbe Chaim Mertz for the big tzaddik. Hey, or I don't want anyone to think I'm province Chayontiv, wearing a bekisher. So even though I have weekday with bekishers and Shabbos bekishers on it, but as a rabbi, I wear a bekisher during the week usually, but I could dress modern too. Kind of like the what's his name? He had a good answer to the Pastor Rebbe had a good answer to Mayor de Blasio, because look at all the parks that were open, and the Blue Angels when they flew over, and people weren't social distancing. And also the other thing is, you don't realize how small 6 feet is. It's not that, when we're talking about, each person has his daladamas, we say in the Jewish parlance, that you have 4 cubits, which really it's 1 cubit around you. So, cubit, 2-3 feet, 2.5 feet. So let's say we'll have a chazanish cubit that's 3 feet. It's not that much, but see, you have a cubit, and what's going on with the tire? I have to see. I don't know if I should stop and check the tire, or these are brand new tires. So anyway, that's the story. Sometimes it's just a sensor in the tire. I don't know if I should stop and check this. So anyway, I was at Walmart, and they were the signs, and I'm over 6 feet tall. I'm 6'3", and you saw on the floor, they were showing how far away 6 feet is. We're tending to stay like 10 feet away usually when we're at Walmart or something. So it's also something to consider. You see these pictures, especially it's dark at night. Right rear tire. Maybe we'll pull over and check this out. All right. Well, thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment. We'll see you all later.